Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What the Heck Am I Drawing segment that I can take different designs and alternate them, like basically turn them into like whatever I want, and I can also turn them into like whatever I choose. Like basically, I can add stuff, I can take away stuff, and I can do whatever I want. So, yeah, the hold on the in this particular area, I am making the upgraded or like evolution part of my favorite undead character, Mummy. Hey. You probably haven't. Here, let me add like these things. So, the Mummy is from Ben 10. So basically, I was like looking at the thing or ing tank. Huge shout outs to them. But in this, I wanted them to like be like, or I wanted him to be like a mashup between his other Ben 10 things, but at the same time, I want him to be like super crazy. Like, yeah, his power, and no, he's not flipping anyone off. It's just how it is. So now, yeah. So now he's in this ultimate form. He has his own tendrils instead of his usual two. So, yeah, I'm gonna add like sorry if I'm going quiet, but that's okay. And yeah, I'm thinking about doing like making this one for like just for Ben 10. And between Ben 10 or no, between what if Ben 10 for like myself is just for dumb fun. So yeah, and this is the real crud thing. And no, I'm not cussing. It's okay. So yeah, he has those like traits between in like what they have in the. I was trying to go for more like gonna give him more muscle and yeah, so he's gonna. I'm trying to keep his feet thing, but I don't need his or keep him contained. So yeah, he's basically in this one. He's pretty powerful, and trade-offs, he's still I'm keeping the immunity of to like basically like what it is, but now he's in control of his own. Like, he can make clones of himself, or basically like a vampire does. But the trade-off for his is that on his like tendrils things, basically aka his wrist, this part, I know you can't see it because I put black on black, so yeah, I'm saying the color one, not the. Okay, I'm being super kind. Okay, so, and hey Sherry. Okay, what's up? So now, and don't worry about his part. I'm keeping his, like the design thing on his. So that his Ultra Matrix thing. Oh, one hill. Hill. And this is my ultimate mummy thing. So yeah, he gains like multiple traits from others, but at the same time, I know that there's probably like 7 of his arms, but that's okay. 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 But his other arms. So yeah, his other arms. I'm keep clicking on these guys real quick. So let's see how much time do I have. Not that much. Okay. So yeah, he's basically pretty powerful, and his bandages are like, looks like human colors, but that's okay. That is so yeah, I'm turning him into gray, not gray matter, but so far this is gonna be a pretty cool thing. Oh. Alright, I got this, this. Oh, I believe it's supposed to be this, and then this, and then yellow on that part, and his eyes would be golden. Oh. And then he's basically like, so yeah, his thing I'm putting him as gold. So now I had to do this thing so that his so yeah. But his power is actually quite literally different from every other mummy thing. So his traits of becoming this ultimate is because one, he still has those powers, and two, he's all bandaged up, and three, I forgot about his Omnitrix. So yeah, he can do 7 things at the same time. Basically, he can, because he has Armadillo's like drill arm thing. He can drill all the way to the center of the earth. He has water hazards. He's basically like, this is supposed to be like elemental mummy. Yeah. Like, so yeah, he's quite literally like, basically like, okay, here, I'll just make a comparison. So his only trade-off thing is that Omnitrix is on his wrist instead of on his shoulder. That's only a trade thing. So yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so, and he has basically every power of like everyone. So no, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. So yeah, he is basically powerful enough to he's basically like the ultimate version. He trades off of that limeous green looking thing for more of like a toilet paper thing, or like upgrade fresh. Like he's basically freshening himself up with new bandages. So yeah. And that reminds me, his powers, every time he every time he touches like uh, the toilet paper thing, or like something that's like all fabric-y thing, he grows stronger. Basically, like, he can reach more. Like, basically, he can... It's just like that Kevin Levin scene where the Kevin 11 had forms as, like, power, but he regenerated, like, that stuff, yeah. So, he grows new arms, and he also gained a new element. Basically, like, whatever that fart guy is. So, yeah, he's basically powerful than the original. So yeah, and he always has corrodium inside of him. Like he can build like different versions of corrodium inside of himself. So let's see how long. Well, and he could turn dirt into gold or turn stone into iron or silver. It can turn metal into like a whole different metal. Like basically, and he has the same abilities as Ghost Streak, as he can go through walls. Like basically like a ghost, but he can go invisible. But he can also go like through his stuff. So yeah, he's basically that powerful. And I'm just wasting time so I can be drawn. So let me save this before I do anything. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that. And now I'm just gonna add, or I'm gonna do the top 10 thing to add extra time. So if you want to log out, that's okay. Or go to like a different video, that's okay. It's no big deal. So number 1 would be of my favorite drawings things is Frankenstein Wolf or Frankenwolf or Freaky Wolf or whatever. So yeah, he's basically like a mix of like Frankenstein's monster or Frankenstein from Ben 10, Ben Wolf, and the Mummy one from Ben 10. So yeah. And number 2 will be Crawley. It's a term for the creepy Crawley, but I just call him Crawley. So he's a fusion of Ghost Freak and Upchuck and the Frankenstein's monster. That's what it is. He basically looked like a Lego gone wrong. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, we have Ultimate Humongous Drill. So, he's basically has Humongosaur's drill, or no, Humongosaur's like shell and blasters, like rockets things. He has Humongosaur's like growing ability, like he can grow to size, and he can also has Armadillo's drills, and he has a lot of protection. So yeah, and he also has fast tracks his speed, so he can move really fast instead of like super slow. Yeah. So now we move on to number 4 would be the Overheat. This flaming pyromaniac is the ultimate version of Heat Blast. So yeah, he's basically combination of Heat Blast and feedback and accelerate and the armadillo. I love armadillo, so yeah. So each part of him is like the different. So let's start with his body first. So he's basically Heat Blast with like a dome head. Yeah. And like volcanoes as his shoulder blades. Yeah, so it I got that idea from the My Hero Academia character that shoots beam of light from his stomach, but his superhero costume. So, and feedback part is on his back thing, like the machine that is orange. I can't tell, or probably you do. Can Zord machines, or like Zord power, and it can. He basically can drain the meltdown of the lab or whatever that's called. So yeah, and now, and drill arm allows him to basically drill all the way to through a hill, that kind. And yeah, he does shoot fireballs from his shoulders, things, and he can also shoot fire out of his hands, like a normal heat blast. But he his accelerate feet thing makes him go like if accelerate and all the like anime characters, game characters that have like speed powers, like overhauls or Overwatches, Tracer. Basically, put 20 of them fused together, and that's how what you get. So yeah. Next would be the predator of it. I call him Sor or Slowsaurus. He's basically like a upgraded version of that, whatever that's called. And he eats pyro knights like in one fell swoop. So yeah, but this upgraded version, it makes everyone as his predator. He can, if he feels threatened by like some other species that is the same thing, he can shoot those needles right at them. Yeah. So yeah. Now we move on to the ultimate ghost freak. So in this one, he's basically pretty powerful. He's the one that you can't be around when he becomes ultimate. Like basically, he can scare her, the everyone with his eyes things. So yeah. Now we move on to Charger. Or should I say Overcharge. Yeah, instead of Overheat, it's Overcharge for this character. And he is basically, yeah, he can plug into his own arms and charge them up. Like basically he can shoot electricity, and he also could charge up the Omnitrix if he wanted to. All the way to like full, like destroy the entire galaxy part. Plus it makes his like timing out way shorter. So yeah. Now we move on to, okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we move on to 8. Meat. Eat. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it would be. I was gonna go for Meteor here, or the or Meteor Strike, or the Flare Up. So Meteor Strike. So because we already have like what Grav Attack. So how about Meteor Attack? So yeah, it does like turn into a ball like Gravitarax does, but on the whole nother scale. So yeah, now we move on to, or he does like shoot out little meteors at the opponent. He turns into a meteor and shoots him when he's in the meteor ball thing. And he can also be immune to heat and all that stuff. So now we move on to elemental fish. I was gonna name it rainbow fish, but probably that's some other thing. Yeah. So he is basically like he has Diamond Head's arm that looks like his arm, but Diamond Head's. Like, and this one would be not the shark, but the Heat Blast has arm that I got from, or I'm thinking about how Heat Blast and him were combined into one entity. Yeah, and then water hazards, or no, not water hazard. The electric eel guy looking thing though, from Ben 10 Ultimate Aliens. And then he has his own arm, and yeah, he has like good flippers, and trade-off is he can breathe out of water or in water. That's both because of his wings, or like his body. So, and his wings, he can fly around like Stinkbug does, but without any hesitation. So, yeah, that was number 9, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Now we move on to my own version of Ultimate Wild Mutt. I was gonna name it Cold Mutt, but this one, he's basically is tough. I was trying to go for the Adventure Time colors, and his eyes looking that way, so he's like, oh, what the heck? And don't worry, he still has the same traits as his like Wild Mutt form has, but now he has eyes, so he can, if he goes blind, that's okay. And he also has that trait of, give me a moment, he also has his shooting gas thing as well. Oh, sorry. I forgot that So, yeah, he still out of his wings, and he can hypnotize prey too by just using his mouth. And then we have this new character is called Nightmare. It's the opposite to, look her up real quick. It's similar to pixie dust, but in this case, gosh dang it, where is she? There. So Nightmare is the ultimate pixie dust, but I'm calling him or it that. So I'm trying to. Yeah. So yeah, he's basically or a kind of like the opposite to her. They can't, or she can, or he can go, or no, she can go into dreams of like nightmares, and she can like absorb all the nightmares from one person, and becomes like this indestructible being. She can shoot beams from her laser, and she can project those, like, how will I put this? Basically, like, if she can take Ben's nightmares and turn them into real life, but she's the one that's controlling them. So, yeah. And if it timed out, you're still in control of whose nightmares. It's basically like that, but on a whole nother level. And if you can't see it, it's right there on her shoulder of that Omnitrix. So yeah. Next is the ultimate upgrade, or no, ultimate gray matter. And I adjust the size to like way big. So yeah. And he has Diamond Heads' arms, Feedback's tendrils things, and he also has Gray Matter's head and the meteor inside of his stomach. So yeah, that is his stomach. So yeah. He's basically like powerful. He can I was gonna name him Super Ultimate one, or Super Ultimate Gray Matter. So yeah, he's basically a upgraded version of Gray Matter. And yeah, now we just needs two more, and then my character. So now I give you Sharky. It's supposed to be a upgraded version of this is a new type of alien. It runs, I'm trying to go for like predators and the prey fused together. So yeah, Sharky is Ripjaw's like predator kind. So yeah, and I don't know what his predator for Ripjaws is, But I know that it probably isn't in the canon. So yeah, he's basically looks like Ben Wolf, and like I just had a shark fin, and he has also diamond heads as arms and armadillos. Because one, he can breathe underwater, he can shoot diamonds, he can drill through rock, like, or any material, all without any hesitation, and accelerate. So yeah, I'm trying to make characters so powerful. Now we add the new addition to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. To our 14th family. So meet the ultimate mummy, but I'll give you King Tentux, or whatever his name is. Basically, like the Mummies Alive TV show thing. The guy with brains of that has a serpent on his head. So yeah, now we now I'm gonna create this new character for the what if. So, and this is, or what if is just for dumb fun. It's pretty cool to play around with it, the what if, have different theories of different characters. But now, meet Chaz 21. Or no, not. This is the, like, I was gonna name him Frank, but, and I don't want to name him Frank, so Chaz 24. 24th. That's his name, 24. So, yeah, he's basically, he looks like, and on his wrist thing, this part right here, is, I took the Nematrix and I turned it into a, called a Fusion Trix. Basically, I can, or allow, or it allows the user to choose of who shall he pick. Like, he can pick, like, Ghost Shriek with Wild Mutt and create, like, some random creatures. And plus, with, if he chooses one alien and hits not, he can upgrade them to, like, their ultimate forms. Or, like, super ultimate forms, if. So, yeah, like, he basically, Humongosaur will turn into Ultimate Humongosaur, like all that stuff. So, yeah. But with the fusion thing, he can fuse into, like, whatever he chooses. And he's a pretty chilled guy. So, yeah. So, peace out. Okay, so, and who would be your favorite character? Probably, is it, oh, sorry, is it, oh, or not, I clicked on the wrong one. Is it Overheat? Is it a Predator? Or is it the Ultimate Ghost Streak? Or is it the Overcharge? Or like, who would be your favorite out of today's? So yeah. And that Omnitrix can turn someone like her or that creature into like the nightmare version or like their ultimate version. So yeah, he's basically that powerful. And you might see him in a couple of Ben 10 what ifs things. I will be probably doing some of those probably a couple of days. So yeah. And I hope that you like my Sharky. It's supposed to be like and it has similar as Benwolf and like Accelerate and like 4 different or aliens from Ben 10, but they all like fuse together to create it. So yeah, he's basically pretty powerful. He can swim underwater, walk underwater, and like do all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, and that one, he's basically size of. He could make way bad size of his toe. Basically, that's how big he is. Is bigger than a way bad. So yeah. See how long? Okay, so yeah, and I hope that you like my character. It's my character, not real me. So I call him 24 because he is weird. So yeah. So bye bye.